Welcome to another exciting episode of the Warrior of Light podcast. I'm your host, the White Wolf, and on today's episode, we're just going to break it down and talk about the things we value, talk about the next steps in the plan, talk about what we're doing at this time. So, buckle up, get ready, and here we go. So right now we are in the development of a whole human leveling system, like an RPG. And so when we bust out this leveling system, this whole type of skill tree setup, it is just going to be another tool that breaks down the mind, the body, the emotions, and life energies in just different ways of practices. You know what I'm saying? There's so many practices out here. We talk about our body, the physical aspects that we have out here. Personally, we got knowledge in calisthenics, bodybuilding, high intensity training. We're starting to do some Shaolin practices. We're starting to do all types of cool things, okay? But there's such a wider way of cool things, man. Even for example, I think in Olympic lifting, those people, that's such a cool skill. But we also go learn parkour. We're practicing our parkour every day. Parkour, there's just so many physical attribute skills that we like to train and develop. You know what I'm saying? And it's just there's so many different ways of training, but just from my own personal experience, it's definitely time to start getting out there and showing that, there's ways of training that we will not destroy our bodies. Because we need to understand, young people understand, this body, your vessel, is so important that you maintain it and keep it in such good condition. And yeah. So that's why we want to kind of break down all of our really cool, all the cool aspects, all different types of training methods and just freeing ourselves and giving ourselves that self-expression, because really, we're training ourselves to be able to do certain tasks, some of those tasks, whether it be for how we want to provide a service or just for how we'll express ourselves in this life. The feeling of certain movements are incredible. And when we start talking about our mind, man, there's so many, our mind is so important because, when we break it down to energy, our mind, every single thought, every feeling, everything that goes on inside of us is energy. And when we start really analyzing it and we start being more aware of, or I should say more conscious of what's going on in our thoughts and keeping certain thought patterns and making sure we're not falling into other thought patterns that bring self-destruction, we keep a negative mindset that brings ruin, but if we keep that good PMA, that good positive mental attitude, then really good things happen. You manifest, you attract what you think about. Sometimes bad things happen to us. We keep looking at the bad things. It's like we have to understand to look at the positive aspects, to look at the things we want in life, look at the things that keep us going, because those are the things that we're going to manifest. And those are the things we want to manifest. So, as we train our mind to really be successful, to really start understanding what is it, who are we in this life, what is it that we want to become in this life, we start falling into our emotions and looking at all the ways of healing ourselves. There's so many ways of healing ourselves. It's incredible how we can heal ourselves. And when we heal ourselves, we drop, it feels like pounds and pounds of darkness. It's amazing. It is something else. How we can heal each other in just these simple methods that we've known about through a lot of history that we've just got to practice. We talk about meditation. Meditation, being able to pause, freeze your mind, and be able to control your whole state of being allows for so many avenues of the world opening up, because you can start seeing the layers, the depth. Everything has such a depth to it, the value of everything. Being able to sit with your kids, your family, your parents, your loved ones, and just enjoy a meal or some coffee or some tea is truly a gift. And when we're able to really start valuing the moment and the depth of that time period, and not waste it on, where our minds are at, it's amazing. It's a cool. It allows us a greater understanding and a greater depth of feeling. It feels super deep and good. Like, whoa. To be able to value being able to just sip a tea or coffee to the sunrise with your loved ones, like that depth of feeling that we can attain from such simple acts. Those are the values I think we gotta bring back or promote, either way, however you want to look at it. But keeping a sober, mostly sober, keeping at least holistically, not alcohol. I say alcohol just messes with your mind in such a way that it distorts your energy and fogs people in a way that good fogs people in a way. Fogs people it just blocks your energy. For me, it blocks my meditation. It blocks just certain channels, certain energy channels within you. And once you're able to start feeling more sensitive, it's easier to start seeing how bad toxic habits start closing. They start blocking certain energy channels within the body. And that's what we're focused on, opening up with all these healing practices and all this mental practicing and unlocking our full potential and unlocking our body's potential and seeing what are we here to do. Let's have a rockin' life. We're here to have a rockin' life. We're here to solve problems. We're here to be super awesome. And so that's what we've been working on, is our leveling system. And so we are literally developing it into like an RPG type of way, with a skill tree, and we're about to be blasting out to everybody. And so we've been starting to get set up within the community centers and start to get set up, out in the free resources. We need to start making meditation clubs. We need to start just having little quick meetups for free where we just go be like, hey, let's go meditate. Quick meditation, y'all. Let's spread it. It needs to spread like wildfire. Mindfulness, that stuff. Meditation, mindfulness, healthy practices. The fact that we're loved and we love each other. Let's get out. Let's talk with each other. Let's spread. Let's talk about communication. You know what I mean? It's going to be cool. And so right now we're getting out here. We're starting to establish this. We're just getting into the communities. We're teaching meditation, teaching mindfulness. We're doing our thing, Let's do it. Let's teach each other. Let's spread knowledge. Because as we're in the process of making this recipe, it's going to really come down to the individuals finding our power. We have to find the power. All of us, every individual, we have to find the power within us in order to come together to really push policies or to push whatever. Because you know what? No matter what, once we bring the recipe, the biggest hurdles is going to be the fact that we're separated. It is all about us coming together. It's all about showing the love. Because, we're awesome. We're humanity and we love each other. And we all want us to have a rocking life. And we're tired of BS. We're tired of a system trying to destroy our families, trying to corrupt our young people, trying to keep us in a way of just sadness and just self-destructive tendencies. We want better. We want to be awesome. We want to be stronger. All of us, let's get stronger. Because we'll come together and we'll talk about the realities. And we'll talk about the solutions. Because not only is this recipe basic needs and necessities being free for everybody, but also policies. Policies. That's going to be the first things. We need to be pushing policies and really start taking this up to state levels. It's game time. It's really time that we come together. And so let's go do this. Go to your community centers. Go to your library. Start your meditation meetings. Start your friendly sober club. Start your tea meetings. Start just community. Start having just communication club. Let's just start having healthy practice club. There's so many clubs. Let's just get out there and start talking to each other, but talking about saving the world and healing ourselves. And knowing that it's okay for us to be different and that, even when we have different ways of looking at life, we can still talk openly amongst each other. Because that's how we grow. That's how we attain deeper connections, by being open and trusting one another. So let's do this. So, there's the final message. Let's get out there. Let's get in our community centers. Let's get into our libraries. Let's work together. Let's start looking at some of these bills and policies. Because here in our current city, I've been looking, the mayor did a little speech last month in September. And he was talking about kind of the progress of the city and how everything's been going. And we can see that they're really investing in a lot of good infrastructure. They're doing some really good things. They're developing some good infrastructure. But at the same time, there's also a lot concerning infrastructure, like more and more houses. And, they say the word is affordable housing, but, we see more and more homelessness. And we don't see the promoting of healthy habits. And we don't see the preparation of food shortages or just a stress on our transportation, or what I'm saying. I want the foresight of our planet to be about basic needs and necessities. Let's grow more communities. They are doing some good parks. They're doing some really good parks. That's really cool. I think the mayor's doing a good job. I'm not going to diss nobody for their position because, those positions are hard. They're hard for a reason. But it takes us coming together and making sure that at least our basic needs and necessities are taken care of for real. Our water, our food, our shelter, in all different types of ways. There's just ways of doing things that are different that we can really excel in, And so that's why I love this life. I love the city. I love the things they're doing. Not hating, not trying to downgrade. They're doing good things. But we go focus on some other things too. So we can get free from this 9 to 5. Get free to worrying about food. Get free of worrying about having to pay certain things. It's just like, let's make life simpler in many ways. Let's make sure that the next 7 generations plus are taken care of. We got this. And so, this is a quick episode of the Warrior Life Podcast. We continue to be putting together the recipe for basic needs and necessities to be free for all. And now we're out in the communities educating. Let's go. I wish everybody a beautiful next couple weeks. Let's all get stronger, everybody. Let's all come together. Have a beautiful, beautiful life.